Hey guys, and welcome to what is going to be the first ever proper challenge video on this channel. So in this challenge we're going to do something very simple. I've shown you guys over the past week or two exactly how to do matched betting. Now what we're going to be doing this week for this challenge is I'm going to spend every single day doing at least one matched betting offer, whether it's a new sign up offer or a reload offer. We're going to do one a day, and I'm going to time every single time I do one to see how long it takes of me actually doing work. We'll work out how much money I make during the week as well, and then at the end of the week we'll see actually how much time I spent and how much we made in comparison to that. And I've got a feeling for matched betting it is going to be a mad hourly rate because there is so little work involved. The majority of it is just waiting around, and I'm not going to include that because that's not work. We're just going to be doing a little bit of work. So let's get the intro ran and we'll get into day one. Here we are then, it's day one, it is the 28th of December, and I've just got a text through on my phone from BetBull. Now I'll have a photo of this text up here on the screen. In fact, I'll just take a screenshot now so you guys can actually see the exact thing I'm looking at. And what it says is a £30 free bet when you wager £100 on sports. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up the terms. I'll put them on the screen as well, and we'll go through them just to double check everything. So the terms are simple. It starts at 3 o'clock today. You need to put the bet on between 3 and 12 o'clock tonight. You need to qualify by placing a sports bet at totaling £100 during the time the promotion is live. We're just going to place one big £100 bet, match it over on Betfair, and get cracking. We'll get the £30 by tomorrow at 1700 hours. So let's load up Profit Accumulator, and from now on, I won't lie, everything is going to be quite fast paced. I'm not going to take you through anything. I'm just going to show you guys the offer I'm using, or the sign up offer I'm using. I'll show you the qualifying bet. I'll show you the bet after that, the actual laying bet that we get the profit from. And then we'll jump straight into day 2, day 3, and then at the end of the week, next Monday, we'll have a proper look through and see exactly how much we made, exactly how long it took us. So let's get into the proper website. So then, just to show you guys on this website itself, I might not even need to show you guys the text, but as you can see, this popped up as soon as I logged in to BetBull online. I assume it would have been the same thing if I logged in during the app, but you can see a £30 free bet when you wager £100, so I'm going to get that claimed and we will get the bet sorted. So let's load up Odds Matcher. Looking at the terms and conditions then, there is no minimum bet odds to be placed for this, so we've just selected the bookmaker and the exchange, gone for as little as we want as long as there's available balance. We'll hit refresh just to make sure it's all there. I'm not going to go with that league because that is just guaranteed to show them that we're match betting, and I do like using BetBull from time to time when I'm not match betting. So we'll get straight into it. We're going to go with Chelsea Aston Villa under 5.5 goals, and we'll get this loaded up. So let me get my money deposited into Betfair and BetBull, and we'll get this bet placed. So there's the £100 into BetBull and the £15 that we're going to need to match the bet over on the Betfair exchange. I can't believe we only need £10 liability for this bet, considering it's £100, but that just shows how low the odds are. So as always, double check the odds. So we've got 1.08 over on BetBull, 1.10 over on Betfair. Let's get it placed. And like I said, we're just going to be showing you this little bit of extra stuff for this one first bet. If you're not familiar with match betting, then please do go and check out exactly what's going on over on our other tutorials. There is plenty of them up there now. We've got 2 really good tutorials out there. So let's finally double check the odds. That is fine there. Let's place the bet. And there we go. And then let's get it placed over here as well. And there we go. All sorted. So now we just wait to get the free bet. And just for those wondering, another little brilliant thing about Profit Accumulator is the fact it keeps track of all your finances for you. So although I was going to make a little spreadsheet so I knew exactly how much I'd deposited in each account during this whole method of this week, I don't need to do that because, as you can see over on Profit Accumulator, it's keeping track of our current profit As you can see, the Virgin bet we did for the reload offer, as well as the £100 we've just put in for this £30 free bet. As you can see, it is taking into account absolutely everything. So we're going to make a £2.29 loss in the qualifying bet, but we'll be making around about £25 to £30 back off the free £30 offer itself. And then down here you can see in the BetBull account we put in £100 and we've put £15 so far in the Betfair account. So that's going to keep track of exactly how much money we've put in the accounts, just so we know at the end how much profit we've actually made. So make sure you fill out them spreadsheets as you go so you don't lose track of your money. So I'll come back to you guys once either we have the free bet, or if the free bet doesn't come until tomorrow, then we will still be waiting for tomorrow's reload offer as well. So we might even get that before we get the free bet back from Betfair and BetBull itself. So we'll have to wait and see. But we will be back for day 2 of the challenge. And for those of you who just want to keep track of how long it's taken us to do all this stuff, I've just went through and watched that recording because I forgot to hit start on the stopwatch before we started doing this. But as you can see, the amount of time it took me to place the qualifying bet and get the free bet itself, or not get the free bet, but you know what I mean, place the qualifying bet, it took 4 minutes 35 seconds. So at the moment we're sat at 4 minutes 35 seconds and minus £2 something. Well then, that was a bit quicker than expected. As you can see by the time in the bottom right corner, it really hasn't been that long since we selected the bet. As you can see, a bit of a shock to the system. It is an accumulator free bet, which I probably should have paid attention to. So I'm going to have to try and figure out how to do accumulator free bets over on Profit Accumulator. But when we get that figured out, I'll be right back with you. So I'm going to start the timer now, this little stopwatch, because this is going to take a while. But this is all still classed as work. The second I open the accounts up, and the second I start looking for the bets, that's when it's classed as me doing work. So I'll get the stopwatch started right now. But I mean, you can also see in the bottom right how long it's been. But we'll start the stopwatch. I'll go and figure out how to do these accumulators and show you what I find. Well then, that took a lot longer than expected. I won't lie, I came over to Odds Matcher on the Profit Accumulator and used the ACCA Catcher service. Now unfortunately, there's none that fit what's needed, because not only does the ACCA require a minimum odds, it's also got a maximum odds over there, so it wasn't going to work with the selection we had in mind. I'm not 100% confident doing accumulators yet through match betting. That is why there's not been a tutorial out there just yet from me, but I think I've managed to go through and build one myself. These aren't the correct dates and times, don't worry about that. But the main thing you have to keep in mind when making a matched betting accumulator is that they don't overlap. They need to have a bit of gap in between, so you can have time to go on late, because these lay odds will change. It's a strange thing to do, because the lay odds are going to change when it gets closer to the game, but you can't have them change too much, because then it'll completely mess up how much profit and loss you're making. It's a very confusing thing. If any of you have any tips, leave down in the comments. But like I said, we're not going to fuss too much about the ins and outs of stuff in this video. This is the main one we're going to do. So I'm going to go place this, and maybe one day I'll put a tutorial on how to do accumulators. But this is what we're going with, and let's just, God hope, Chelsea don't win, because then the bet just loses straight away, which is exactly what we want. So I'll go place the bet and show you guys when I've done it. Here is the first bet then, the whole accumulator down on BetBull. We're going to go with the free £30, so let's get that placed there, done and ready. And then I've got to go ahead and try and figure out what to do on Betfair. Another £20 deposited in the Betfair account, and there is the bet placed over on Betfair for the first leg of the accumulator. So we will wait and see exactly what the result is from that before we jump into the next one. So 17 minutes 13 seconds on that bit. God, I wish I knew it was an accumulator before we got started. So then, to finish off with this free bet of today, the first day of the match betting every day for a week challenge, we're not going to start the timer because it is all over, thankfully. Chelsea drew with Aston Villa, so our accumulator comes to an end. You'll remember the qualifying bet we placed was for there to be under 5.5 goals, which of course there was, with it being a 1-1 draw. So that won, so we won £8 on that bet, but then obviously we lost over on Betfair. But then our free £30 bet has gone over here onto our Betfair account. So where you can see in our main account over here, we had £100 in our bet ball and 35 in our Betfair. We now have, let me just refresh, £45.50 over at Betfair and £108 over on BetBull, meaning we have a total profit of £18.50. So let's get this all sorted out over here. That lost, so we're going to save, store in the profit tracker. Obviously we're going to put it down as BetBull and we will name it free £30 bet. Get that saved and get that stored. And as you can see in the profit tracker itself, we made £20.79 and lost £2.29, so it's exactly right. It's £18.50 profit for day one. So then with today's bet, I'm going to be using a sign up offer from Unibet. It's a site I don't think I've signed up to yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get started with the stopwatch, go get signed up to their site and get cracking, and then I'll tell you how long it's been. And then we got 12 minutes it took to do that. It was very simple. It's going to be a bonus lock-in calculator, which basically means we are getting £40 if the bet wins. We get to keep the money. If it loses, we get the money back as free bet. So we need to use the bonus lock-in calculator for that. I'm using a game I found over here, the Middlesbrough Sheffield Wednesday game, sorry. And we've got the odds ready to put in. So it's as simple as putting in the odds over here, sticking on the £40 bet for the game over at Unibet, placing the bet itself. Then I need to go deposit some money into my Betfair account, and that money is deposited there. And over on the Betfair account, we're betting £26.57, which is a liability of £62. Let's get that placed over there. And as you can see, once all that's been matched, if the bookmaker bet wins, so if it is a draw, we will have £23.15 in the account at Unibet, so we will make a profit and will equal out over on Betfair, so we don't need to worry about the money. But if the bet doesn't win, and in fact the game does not end in a draw, we will then lose £12.86, 86, but we will get the £40 bonus, and we'll be able to then wager that, get £36-ish, and have the money in our bank. So it only took us 12 minutes today. It might take a little bit longer if the bet doesn't win, but here's hoping for a draw, and then we don't have to do any more with today's bet. Unfortunately then, that bet didn't win, and that then leaves us needing to do a little bit more with today's bet. We have already been credited with the £40 bonus, so that's not a worry. Here we go then. The bet we're going to be going for is a correct score bet. We'll definitely get caught out for match betting if they're paying any sort of attention to our account, because this is a strange bet to put all the £40 on. But I've tried to go for very high odds just because I want the bet to lose on Unibet, so that all the money goes straight into the Betfair account. So I'm going to have to stake a quite high liability, and because I want this match to get done today, which as you can see by the date there, it is today. Unfortunately there wasn't that many options to choose from. There was only the one in fact, so the rating is quite low and we don't get as much profit as we would have liked. As you can see, only the £25 profit, but it's still better than nothing. So I'm going to go get that bet placed. So we've got £40 over here for the correct score, done at 5.75. Double check the odds here is 7, and then we'll copy the lay stake over onto the Betfair account. Liability of £164. Get that placed over on Betfair, and I believe there we go, we're all done, ready to go. So I'll update you guys once that bet has finished. Mind the shower hair, but just to clarify, this is the next day, so the bets are all settled. In the end, it took us a total time today of 18 minutes 4 seconds, and the bet did lose over on, can't remember who we're doing it with, Unibet I believe. It did lose over at Unibet, so all the profit goes over into Betfair. So if I just show you on the Betfair account here, we've now got £198.61 here. We started off yesterday with £172 before the bet settled, so that leaves us with a profit of £25.97, which when you take into consideration the qualifying loss bet, it means today for 18 minutes 4 seconds we made a profit of £13.11. Now I'll remember to actually do the stopwatch for today, day 3, but let me go find out what offer we're going to be using for day 3 and I'll get back to you. So then it's Wednesday now, as I'm sure you know from the last clip. I'm going to get started on the stopwatch because I found the bet we're going to be using. We're going to be doing another free bet if the bet loses, which I think is probably the better one to use, because sometimes you don't even need to do 2 sections, you just need to do 1 bet and then it's all sorted. But this is another website I haven't yet signed up for, so it is going to be one we can do. It's another sign up offer. I haven't checked my emails. I might very well have some reload offers to do, but I'm just going to use this one because it was the first one that came up on Profit Accumulator. Again, if you're not signed up, link in the description. So I'll get the stopwatch started and I'll go find the bet to place. So then it's as simple as this. We found our bet over on the odds matcher, which is a fairly decent bet. It comes in today. It's at 2 o'clock, so it gives us plenty of time to put another bet on if needed, so we can get this sorted today. We then took all the information from this, put it into the bonus lock-in calculator, so we could figure out how much liability we needed to stake. I've then placed the bets over here, so it's a draw at 3.4, which is the same as here, and it's against a draw at 3.45, which is the same here. So let's just get them placed straight away and wait for the confirmation to come through before we go over the next one. And there we go, all sorted. So according to the bonus lock-in calculator, if the bookmaker bet wins, so if it does end up being the draw, then we will get a profit straight away of £12.25. If it loses, then obviously we will lose a little bit of money, so £6.48, which is the qualifying bet in its terms, and we'll get the £25 bonus. We can then extract the money from the £25 bonus, as we did with yesterday's money. So looking over at the stopwatch then, as you can see, we'll stop it now, 7 minutes, and we'll just say 20 seconds so far with this day's worth of match betting. We're done with today's bet then. Luckily for us, it did actually end in a draw, so we've won the money straight away over on Genting Bet. I'll get that money withdrawn. Luckily for us, the reason it's lucky for us is because obviously in yesterday's little segment, you saw that our bet did lose and we had another step to do. This way around, we don't have to do another step. As you can see, £85 in the balance at the moment over there, £150 in the balance of Betfair, which means the difference is £12.25 profit, which is all for us. Day 4 then in the match betting for a week challenge, and today we're just going to go with a very simple sign up offer. I'm just going to be using Boyle Sports. It's a £10 free bet for a £10 first deposit. It's a real simple one. We just need to do our qualifying bet and then our final bet once we get the free bet. So let me get started. We'll get the stopwatch going and we'll get this account created. So then for this bet, we're going to be going with the Real Sociedad and Athletic Bilbao game. We're going to be putting a bet on for Sociedad to win. Unfortunately, it does all have to be done by mobile. Sorry for that noise there. By mobile, so I'm using the Boyle Sports mobile app. I'll take a screenshot of the bet if you are interested in it. I can't find a way to change it over from fractional odds to decimal odds, so I'm just using the calculator on here. I'm placing it at 8 to 5, which is 2.6, which is exactly what it says on here. So I'm going to place that bet now over on the phone. And there we go, the bet has been confirmed. And then over on Betfair it should be 2.78, and it is, so we need to place the lay stake. We've got plenty of liability in the account, so we don't need to worry about that. We'll get that placed. And there we go, it should all be sorted. So we'll get this stored. It's going to be an initial loss of 95 pence, but then as we know, we'll get the free £10 bet hopefully later on today after this game is finished. Just to show you as well then, it took us 13 minutes and 55 seconds roughly to do the qualifying bet. Took a little bit longer because I didn't know it was meant to be on mobile, so I had to download the app. But the reason we've gone with Boyle Sports for today's sign up offer is because it's one of the few accounts I haven't signed up for yet, and I also realised that tomorrow Boyle Sports are offering a Man United Aston Villa special where you get a guaranteed profit of £5.43. It's essentially going to be the same bet as what we've been doing the past few days, where you get the risk-free bet. You bet £10, if the bet loses you get your £10 back, that sort of thing. But it is with tomorrow's game. I saw this with tomorrow in mind, so this is the bet we'll hopefully be doing tomorrow. So then we're back with Boyle Sports. We have finished the first qualifying bet. As you can see, we've been credited with our £10 free bet. So then the odds we're going to go for is a little horse race. It's the 25-4, which isn't too far away. It's odds of 8 over on Boyle Sports, which you can see 7-1, 7-1. And then over on Betfair it should be 8.0, or 8.80 I should say, which it is. So we'll copy the stake over there, get that pasted. Liability of £62.40, which is exactly what it says down here, and we'll get them both placed. So we're using the free bet over on Boyle Sports. That's been placed now, and then we'll just quickly select it over here on Betfair, and there we go, all sorted. So let's see, we're going to make a profit of £7.60. It wasn't great, but there wasn't too many good ratings around for today, given the fact it is the day before a bank holiday, or a bank holiday. I'm not sure too much because I'm a student, so it doesn't really bother me at all. But obviously, if you're doing this yourself, be a bit more careful, wait for the better ratings to come. There's no rush, you get 7 days to use your free bets, get the most money you can. But for us, we're going to be getting £7.60. It's part of the sign-up offer. Let's get that saved, and then I'll come back once the race is over, and we'll get our final profit sorted. But there we go, 3 minutes 50 seconds. Here we are then, just to finish things off for today. Hey ho, let's go. Didn't win, because it means all the money goes into the Betfair account. So that is £6.65 once we take into consideration the fact that we lost 95 pence or so on the qualifying bet, as you can see here. So that is a fairly decent profit for 17 minutes, 45 seconds worth of work, and that's today all done. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to try and continue with Boyle Sports, and we'll bet on the Manchester United versus Villa game and get our risk-free £10 bet. So that will be tomorrow's bet. So I'll see you guys then. So then with today's bet, we're going to be going with Grosvenor Casino, I believe it's pronounced as. I know I said we were going to be going with the same company we were doing yesterday, but with the fact that it's always only fractional odds and you have to use your mobile, I thought it's better off if I just go for a new website. So with this site, it's a little bit of a different sign-up offer once again. It's a 100% profit boost. It's going to be a little bit of a weird way of calculating it, but I'll start the stopwatch, go get signed up, and come back when the odds are ready. Right then, as you can see on the screen here, I've tried to log in quickly, and they do need to verify all my documents. I've sent them all off, so hopefully they get that done soon. I've looked a little bit into the odds for tonight, and it looks like the game I'm going to be going with is the Man United Villa game anyway. And as you can see, it's only 12:10. So as long as everything's all verified by around about 7, 8 o'clock, it should be fine. If we get it to around about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's still not done, then we'll hop back over to Boyle Sports and we'll just use their little bit of a free risk-free bet for the Villa game instead for today's bet, and come back with Grosvenor Casino tomorrow. And just for those wondering, that was a total of 6 minutes 27 seconds so far, and most of it was just me taking photos of my documents. Going back on my word a little bit then, I've just got a text through telling me that I had an offer. Put £5 on a sports bet, minimum 2 out of 5 odds, excluding racing, and they'll give us a £10 free bet. I'm just going to do this for today instead, because it doesn't look like Grosvenor is going to be verifying my documents anytime soon, especially considering it's a bank holiday. So we'll get that done. I'm also going to do the Boyle Sports offer later on tonight, and then if the bet doesn't win and we have to use the risk-free bet, like the reload section of that bet, then we'll class that as tomorrow's offer, and then probably class the Grosvenor Casino offer as the Sunday's offer. So I'll start the stopwatch, get over to Unibet, and get our qualifying bet of £5 sorted. So then the odds just needs to be 1.4 higher. We're just going to be going with the Everton West Ham game. We're going to bet for Everton to win. It's 2.17 and lay odds of 2.22. We'll just double check all the odds here. 2.17 and then over here 2.22. So we know exactly what to do. We're going to place our £5 bet over here. That'll hopefully qualify us for a £10 free bet once this is settled. So we've got that placed there. Double check that it's all the same over on Betfair. Copy over our stake, paste it into there, and get that bet confirmed. So that should be us sorted. We're going to make a loss of 25 pence for the qualifying bet, and then we'll hopefully be back later on with our £10 free bet that we might be able to stick on the later game today. And once again, this only took 5 minutes 33 seconds from reading the terms to placing the bets for the qualifying. And just like that, we've already been credited with our free bet. It seems to have gone a bit funny, I don't quite know why, but it says we've actually got £5 in our main account and £5 bonus, leaving us with £10 total. I did only deposit £5 into the account. I've double checked, triple checked, just to make sure, and we only put £5 into the account. And as you can see, we've got the £5 bet down here, so it looks as though they've credited the £10 free bet as a normal £5 and a £5 bonus. But I've already started the stopwatch, as you can see. I already had all this loaded up from before. I just changed the minimum odds. I didn't even close this page down. We're just going to be going with the Man United Aston Villa game for the actual £10 free bet. So let's just load this up in both the respected websites, and it should be 4.2 Unibet, 4.4 at Betfair for the draw. So we've got 4.2 for the draw over here, and then 4.4 over there for the draw. So we're going to be placing the £10 bet, as you can see. Simply done, got rid of the bonus and the main account value, 4.2, and then over here it's still 4.4. So as you can see, £10, stake not returned. Get that copied and pasted over into Betfair. And then it's as simple as that. We have then made our £6.69 profit. Take into account the 25p loss. And I'll see you once it's all been settled so we can confirm the amounts. And that took a total of 1 minute 47 seconds. So then I'm also going to be placing the risk-free bet for the Manchester United and Aston Villa game today over on Boyle Sports. This is going to act as tomorrow's bet, in that if it works tonight, if the bet wins outright, then we just won't do a bet tomorrow and we'll go straight to Sunday after this. If the bet loses and we then get the £10 stake back and have to redo that £10 as a free bet, then we'll do that tomorrow and extract the winnings for Saturday in terms of that. So I'm going to hit start on the stopwatch. I'll get cracking and get a bet found for this game. Obviously, it's only going to be able to get placed on the Man United Aston Villa game, so the selection is going to be fairly limited, but I should still be able to find something. So I'll go find something and I'll be right back. So then, as you can see over here on the bonus locking calculator, it's not going to be that much of a profitable bet, purely because I'm going with the Man United win option. I could go for Aston Villa to win, extract a bit more of the profit, but then it is pretty much guaranteed that we will have to wait for the bonus to come in and do everything tomorrow, and I'd quite like just to get this bet done and get it out of the way. I don't like having to bet the free bets. It just takes too long in my opinion. I like to have a bet done and be sorted. So I'm going to bet over here on my phone. It's 4 to 6 odds, which as you can see on the odds calculator over here is classed as 1.67. So over in this calculator we'll put 1.67. Over on Betfair it's 1.73 for Manchester United, which we've put here. So we need to lay this much over on Betfair against Manchester United. So let's get that sorted. Get that ready to get placed, but obviously place it on my phone first. So I'm going to place the £10 bet on my phone over at Boyle Sports for some reason. Place it at 4 to 6 odds. There we go to placed. Is this still 1.73? Yes it is. We'll get that sorted. And then there we go. That should be it. That should be us sorted. And hopefully as long as Manchester United win that game, we don't need to worry about doing the little reload offer afterwards. And we'll just be sat with a nice profit of £2.92. So then that only took us, let's get the stopwatch, 5 minutes and 29 seconds. And it was a nice little extra 2 to 3 quid. Right then, so to wrap up for today's match betting, I've brought the calculator with me because I'm a little bit confused. So these were the amounts we started off with in our accounts today, totaling £164.91. And then if I go into all the accounts, as you can see, Unibet, we now have nothing, which is fine. Boyle Sports, we now have £32.67. And then over on Betfair, we have £149.66. So if I add all them up, so this is the total we've got in all our accounts right now. If I take that away from what we started with today, bearing in mind the amount I put in the accounts today was literally only the £5 towards Unibet, and I will update it and refresh just to be 100% sure that the bonus at the bottom is the exact same. The amount at the bottom I should say is the exact same, and it is. So to take off that amount, which is £164.91, and you can see we actually made £17.42 profit, which is strange considering that offer there was only meant to get us £6-ish, and the offer we did tonight was only meant to get us £2.95. So it doesn't really add up. In fact, if we go here and add in the row from Boyle Sports for the £10 free bet, by the looks of things, I have just massively miscalculated it and used probably the wrong calculator, meaning that in the end we probably just put on a normal bet for the Man United game, so it's a good job it came in. So although we earned £6.96 there, take off the 25 pence, around about £6.70. So to take that £6.70 off here, and you can see we actually made £10.72 from that free bet over at Boyle Sports. So it's not 100% accurate that we did obviously make a mistake, because we should not have made even close to that amount of profit for that one. But I'll take it, I'm not going to complain. So let's get that updated on this spreadsheet here. And we're looking good so far for this video. Right then, to finish off the match betting for a week challenge, you can see we've loaded up Sky Bet. We're going to go for another reload offer today. It's opt in and earn a free £5 bet to use in the second half when you place a £5 in-play bet in the first half. It needs to be minimum odds of 1.5. So let's go to the live event page and get cracking. So it needs to be minimum odds of 1.5. I'm just going to go straight for the Manchester City win if I can. It's 2 over here and 2.22 over here. So we need to lay, as you can see here, this stake we're going to be making is 62 pence loss, which is a massive loss to be making early on. But in-play bets, for those who don't know, take the absolute piss, because you have to constantly match up. The odds are always changing. It's really hard to try and get the right bet done. But if you get in there quick, like we just have there, 2 odds placed over for Manchester City and 2.22 still over here. We've got the right stake still, so let's get that placed. So we've just placed our £5 bet. It means regardless of what happens, we're going to be making a 62 pence loss, and then in the second half we've got a free £5 bet to use. So I'll come back for that free £5 bet and we'll get cracking in the second half. And the final in-play bet for the second half took 2 minutes 52 seconds to place. We went for over 5.5 goals at 3.6, and over on Betfair it was at 3.9 for over 5.5 goals, which, as you can see over here, 3.6, 3.9, 5% commission will get us a profit of £3.20, which, once you take into consideration the 65-ish pence loss, you can roughly work out how much we're going to get. So I'll see you guys at the end of this game. Once all the money's settled, we'll work out exactly how much profit this made, and then we'll wrap up the whole week's worth of matched betting. So then we're back to wrap up. It is finally all complete, all done and dusted. I worked out exactly how much profit we made from them final little bets, and we ended up making a total of £2.57. So this does end up being the worst day, but it was only a £5 free bet, so we didn't expect to be getting much. But I'll tell you all the figures that you've been waiting to know. So over the course of the 7 days, we have spent a total of 1 hour, 29 minutes and 32 seconds doing match betting. That is purely just placing the bets, not waiting for them to finish obviously, but just placing the bets. The amount of work we've actually done only took an hour and a half. The profit we made, so on Monday we made £18.50, Tuesday we made £13.11, Wednesday £12.25, Thursday £6.65, Friday and Saturday together we made £17.45, and then on the Sunday today we just made the £2.57. So in total we made a profit of £70.53, which works out as being £47 an hour, which is a mental wage. I know that's obviously not exactly £47 an hour, it is £47 an hour of work, but quite simply, if you put aside an hour and a half a week, not even in a day, just spread across the week, you can make an extra 70 quid fairly comfortably. Do that every week of the year, so you're just only sacrificing an hour and a half a week. Do it for a year and you could end up with £3,500 extra in your bank account. That's either going to make you the favourite parent at Christmas, or it's going to mean you have an amazing holiday to look forward to for next year. It's as simple as that. So if you have enjoyed this video, I know it might be a bit long-winded, it depends how well I do editing it down, but if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Let me know in the comments if you want to see any other things related to match betting, or if you just want me to get started on dropshipping and Instagram theme pages, and we'll jump straight over into them and start getting them mastered as well. If you want to see all the stuff we did this week in a bit more detail, go down the link in the description and check out the website. It's fairly simple. It is just firsthandfinances.com. So go check that out, and there will be a full guide up there published the exact same time this has gone live. So if you've made it all the way through this video, that guide's already up there. It has every day broken down, the total profit and all the links you could possibly want. It's all free. I'm not charging anything to go use that site. It's just for those who prefer to read than watch the video itself. But like I said, if you've enjoyed, please subscribe and stick around, because we've got a lot more stuff like this coming up, and I hope you guys enjoy.